Okay guys, I gotta make this fast. Fire insurance is going up. And so, what's his name? Jess Harris just sent out a letter for District 1, trying to team up with all the other districts, and they're trying to push it back down for re-examination. So the proposed is that next year it's going to go up by about 30-something%. If you can afford fire insurance that goes up 30%, let me know, because what they're trying to do is outprice it. And then even if you could magically afford it, which would be the average of $2,000 to $12,000 per household per year, so it just depends on your house, that would be your annual premiums. Detrimental from 2023 to 24, it went up 81%. This is that FAIR plan, FAIR, FAIR plan. Trying to make insurance fair, especially with fire. Good luck. And so re-examination just means negotiations, okay? It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It means it is going to happen. It just won't go up by 30%. So he's trying to grab all the districts to yell at the fire insurance people for California, and it can't go up by 30%. So in my little world, they're just going to settle at 15. You get what I mean? It's not like it's not. It's not like it's going down, that's for sure. So just heads up, all that's happening. Average household income's 55. Average individual income is 45 in Siskiyou County. So the odds of somebody being able to pay $2,000 extra a year, that's $200. That's $200 a month extra on top of their fire insurance, or $12,000 a year if you live in some mansion house somewhere. That's $1,000 a month extra on top of all the expenses, with the household income of 55 on average. So the odds of that happening is like no, that ain't gonna happen. So what will happen, the practicalities is that everybody will become uninsured, no coverage. That's the first practical. Second practical is that foreclosure. And then the third practical is most likely there'll be another fire, just because that's the way it is. We're in Cali. And when that happens and you're not covered, there's a high possibility that you'll lose everything. Okay, those are just the practical truths. And we're just in this world of paperwork going left and right, re-examination. Nah. So you guys know that Movement, Araya and I have been fighting for affordable housing now for almost 6 months straight, to every council meeting and every planning commission to come up with affordable housing, and now / alternative housing. So YEAH stands for yes to expedite affordable / alternative housing. And in Mount Shasta, we were able to push it through. And so now this fire insurance into foreclosure, into losing more families, and the depopulation of our county is what Movement stands up for. So our purpose is to slow the depopulation, and this is only going to increase it. The fire insurance increase is going to just have more people leave California and leave our county, which is what we're trying to advocate against and educate for. That I'm with Jesse Harris right now, this second, about re-examining this FAIR Act for fire insurance to go from 30% increase next year, 26, to lower or no increase at all. So, because that affects affordable housing, that affects our kids, whether we're going to have another generation here or not. And so, Movement pushes for that. The only solution I have for you guys is that this Saturday at 5 p.m. at Soul Connections upstairs, online tickets is $25, at the door is $30. Kids eat free. We're having tacos, but we're gonna have a tiny house on wheels on site. So the only solution I have for you is that if there's a fire and you have a tiny house on wheels, you just hitch that damn thing and you fly off. And after the fire's done, you just roll it back in. And if you can't afford the insurance, oh well. But that's the only solution practical that I see. And it's also just as good as an ADU. So in Mount Shasta, residential 2 and 3, or commercial 1 or 2. Instead of getting a permanent structure that's an ADU when a fire comes through with no fire insurance, you can have a tiny house on wheels as an ADU. And if something happens, you just hitch it and you go. That's the only solution I have, because I don't think an average family can handle another $200 bill on the low end per month for an increase of 30%. And what's going to happen the next year? They'll increase it again 30%. You get what I'm saying? I don't have all the solutions. I'm just telling you that tiny houses on wheels is a better solution than waiting for negotiations to happen and putting a water valve in order to inside your house from the main city line to the house line, that they're requiring a water valve to be installed. Good luck with thousands of dollars with that, unless you have a good friend that can do it with you and for you on the weekend, like my friend did. Or you need to strongly consider tiny house on wheels. And so we have a dinner, community dinner, Mount Shasta Soul Connections upstairs, 5 p.m. Get your tickets. We only have 50 seats because of fire code, so we can't fit everybody. This includes all the kids. So last time we had about 15 people. That means we only have space for 35 more kids and families. Movement.com. Get your tickets online. We'll see you there Saturday, and we'll talk about this fire increase, which is going to affect housing, and more people, especially Roseburg. More people will be leaving Siskiyou way faster than everybody thinks. And there's a high probability that not just Weed, but all other cousin towns around us will also turn into ghost towns. And our next generation won't be able to live here. And so this affects affordable housing and alternative housing. And so that's where we're speaking. Okay. Hopefully we see you guys on maybe Thursday at the Weed City Council at the community center when they talk about Roseburg and fires. So fire insurance. But yeah, Saturday for sure. Okay. If you guys are going Wednesday, if there's a good enough cluster over there, then my lady and I are thinking about coming over there to help you guys in Weed. But we're not going there by ourselves, and we're not going to speak with you or for you if you're not there. And so if you care enough about Roseburg and you care enough about Weed, then show up on Thursday night at, I think it's 5 or 5:30. Go check at the community center for the Weed City Council. And if enough people show interest about going over there and talking about the future, what we're going to do now as a community, then Araya and I will come over to Weed and help you guys. I don't even know how we would help you. Just be there, I guess. Support, I guess. But yeah, fire insurance is going up. Whether it's 30% or 15%, it's definitely going up. They're going for a re-examination because they don't like the way it is now. And it affects everybody. So get with it. We'll talk to you later. Movement.com. Deuces.